you know what you're going to encounter. You think you know what you're going to see because, you've grown up seeing the commercials on TV, the pictures of impoverished villages and poor children. I'm telling you, none of that can prepare you for the shock and awe. The first mission trip that I ever went on was shocking. Within the first day, the long hours of travel, and then arriving there, and as soon as we arrived, we get to work, even though it's late in the evening. And then I just crashed into my bed so here's what happened. I have to fly out of Pensacola about 3 or 4 a.m. That means you got to get up earlier than that. Flew all day. Finally, we arrived in Guatemala late that night. And when you arrive, there's sorting of the items that we want to give to the villages the next day. The sorting of those items has to be done that night. So you get there and you get off that bus and you're working. They do feed you a lot. That's how they show love. But you work from the first thing in the morning to the last thing in the evening. So by the second day, my mind was in shock. My physical body was aching from the top of my head to the tips of my toes. So many things were going on. My spirit was in shock. I have RA, that's rheumatoid arthritis. So the buses go down these very long, bumpy trails. In Georgia, we call them pig paths. And I mean, that's what they are. We go to these remote villages. There are no paved roads, you understand? So you're doing this on the bus all day. The food is very good, a little different. You don't drink the water. My head was about to split wide open. My body, every joint in my body was screaming. And I was starting to feel really sick to my stomach. And it was getting worse and worse. And I'll never forget it. We're in the village of Santa Anita in Guatemala. And I'm feeling so poorly. I don't want to pull my group down with how bad I'm feeling. So I kind of separated myself. They went to the front of the church to worship and praise and listen to the sermon. And I just had to sit in the back. Many reasons. I was like, what if I have to go to the bathroom? What if I just felt so bad? Everything was hurting. But as I sat there, I noticed the villagers coming into the church. See, they dress up in their best and they walk from their very humble homes to the church, which is kind of the central meeting place for the village. So I'm sitting there in a plastic chair, the plastic chairs from Walmart. The churches are concrete floors. They're metal beam buildings. Some have roofs, some do not. And some don't even have a church. Sometimes it's just under a tree. But anyway, I noticed this elderly gentleman come in, and then I noticed other people doing this too. But he flips that plastic chair around. He hits his knees on this rough-hewn concrete, and he starts praying. And he's reverencing the Lord. He's preparing his heart for the service that's about to happen. Meanwhile, I'm sitting there thinking I'm going to vomit. I was so sick. And I wanted to cry. I was so sad because I thought, oh God, I got to make it another 6 days. You're there from Saturday to Saturday. And I thought, how am I going to do it? We're working from dawn till dusk. I felt so bad. And so all I could do was pray. And I literally just put my head down into my lap and I started praying, Lord, you're so good. You're so good. I praise you for allowing me to be here. I praise you for your faithfulness. I mean, I was just coming up with all these praises for God. And then I said, but Lord, I'm hurting. My whole body hurts and I'm sick and I don't feel good. And I'm here to serve you. And I've got to do this for another 6 days. And I'm not going to be able to do it. God, you got to fix this. You got to fix it. And as soon as I raised up, I looked around and I thought, I think my headache's gone. And I think my joints I don't think I'm having any pain. And wait a minute, I'm not sick feeling either. I think God just healed me. Now, we've all had little miracles through our lives. I know I have. Never, not ever, did I have a healing miracle like that on my body that instantly. Amazing. Amazing. So I got up and started worshiping. Of course, I met up with my group later, and man, the next day, I believe it was a Tuesday, I woke my roommate up and I was like, get up, girl, where we going today? And that was my miracle. I was fine the rest of the week, was able to serve some of God's children. It was just amazing. It was an amazing, miraculous healing, and I just want to share it with you. God is great. That's all.